Hi, everybody, and thank you again for joining me on the Khalif Browder story. I'm just going to jump right on into it. Khalif Browder was jailed at the Violent Robber in Denver Center on Rikers Island, where inmates suffered frequent injuries and harsh conditions. He washed his clothes with a metal bucket, slept on his belongings to avoid theft, and worked out to defend himself. Browder endured frequent abuse from both inmates and guards, once being attacked by 15 gang members and another time assaulted by guards while handcuffed. He spent nearly 2 years in solitary confinement, often after altercations, and reported being beaten by correctional officers. Despite the trauma, he used the time to read and prepare for his GED. Brendan O'Meara was appointed as Khalif Browder's public defender. Though Browder maintained his innocence, his trial was repeatedly delayed due to court backlogs. Despite being offered a plea deals, Browder refused to admit guilt. Over nearly 3 years, his case was postponed multiple times as prosecutors repeatedly said they weren't ready. In March 2013, he again refused a plea deal that would have freed him. Good boy, very smart. When the accuser left the country, the case was dismissed and Browder was released after spending 961 days in jail without trial. Boy, you can't tell me they got justice out there. Yeah, the legal system is for the people. That's about a bunch of load of crap. After his release, Khalif Browder and his brother hired civil rights attorney Paul V. Presta in November 2013. Browder filed a lawsuit against the NYPD Bronx DA and Department of Corrections, claiming malicious prosecution and misconduct. The city denied allegations. Ooh, I'm shocked. While in jail, Khalif Browder attempted suicide multiple times, once trying to hang himself and another time attempted to slit his wrist. He said correction officers encouraged him to end his life. After his release, he continued to struggle with depression. In November 2013, Khalif Browder attempted suicide again and was hospitalized in a psychiatric ward, the first of 3 such admissions. On June 6, 2015, he died by suicide, hanging himself outside his bedroom window, and his mother found his body. It's really sad what this poor child went through. If only they would have just did right by him. If he was a white boy, he would have been out. I mean, hell, they take people that go shoot up churches and get them a burger or something. But here's somebody just walking home and he gets arrested for 3 years and be put in solitary confinement and go through depression. And then instead of them doing right, they continue to just screw over him. But for what reason? There was no reason in this case that I saw he should have went through what he went through. Itself, it was just pure hate. It's really sad that our young boys are really going through this. Nothing's changing. I pray to God something does change, because this isn't the first and it's damn sure not going to be the last. I really wish people would change. And a lot of times it's our own people doing this to us. How messed up is that? We can't even count on our own people to help us. That's the real sadness in this story, that this boy lost his life because of the evil, the self-hatred, racist, disgusting system in humans. You can't even call them humans. Those are what you call savages, what they did to this poor child. And I wish they all burn. One day they will.
Khalif was on his way home. A police car stopped, and I'm assuming the guy who made the complaint was in the car and told the police that Khalif had robbed him of a backpack. Khalif kept saying, I don't know this guy, I didn't rob him. He was told that they were gonna just go to the precinct to kind of sort things out. Well, that sorting out took 3 years. We went to court. We had a legal aid. And the legal aid told me from the beginning that it was a BS case. He said, don't worry about it, it's a BS case. But meanwhile, my son is being held at Rikers. He would tell me things when I would visit him about being beat. He told me, Ma, I gotta fight. If I don't, they're gonna think I'm soft. I gotta fight. All it did for Khalif was get him in more trouble and more days in solitary. Imagine being locked up 23 hours a day. This is your life. 4 walls, that's it. He couldn't take it. They told him, we're gonna break you. That's what they told my baby, that they're gonna break him. And in reality, they did. At first, you could see he was relieved, that he was home, he could do what he wanted. He started Bronx Community, and he was doing okay, but then, he was really out of it, and he couldn't keep it up. He quit. He felt that everybody was out to get him. Everybody was a police plant. He stopped speaking to friends. He would get real angry. And then there were times where he would this look would come over him, and he would just stare. It was a Saturday morning. It was just me and Khalif. And I hear him upstairs doing all this moving around. And I'm like, maybe Khalif is positioning the furniture to get comfortable. I didn't pay attention because when Khalif is upset, he paces. Then all of a sudden I heard this boom. I run upstairs. I didn't see anything. I ran into the next room, and the air conditioning cover was kicked out, and I just saw something hanging. I ran back downstairs, and as I opened the backyard door, Khalif was hanging there.